Back in the day, playgrounds were gnarly. Back then, you could catapult your kid brother from a seesaw, or send your classmates into low Earth orbit on any number of glorious rotating masses. But today's playgrounds have fallen victim to the crusade on fun. And the caution tape that lines them today is an unintentional reminder that people are actually the only thing dangerous on a playground. But here on our playground, mountain bikers make the rules. So today, we're building a seesaw you can ride your bike on, otherwise known as a Teeter Totter. I've decided to build this contraption right here, just a few pedal strokes after the rock garden. Last time, we revamped the upper section of this trail, which is now action-packed from the very top all the way to the bottom of this rock garden. After that is a sharp turn followed by a roughly cut flat section. This is where we'll build our teeter, but not before giving this stretch of trail an overhaul of its own. When you get to the end of this section, you're dropping straight into Elm'r Fudd over here. We want to drop in off the flight deck and go all the way to Elm'r Fudd with no interruptions, just feature after feature the entire way. And this section is all we have to deal with to make it happen. We're gonna have to deal with this whole dip over here, and I'm thinking we can build a berm through here that kind of launches you out. To build a berm here, we need some kind of backing. So I'm positioning boulders in a trench and piling additional rocks on top of them to form a sturdy base for our berm. These rocks were collected from several trailer loads of free dirt, and I'm glad we didn't just bury them in a landing somewhere. On top of the rocks, we'll pack in hero dirt. As we move into harder to reach places, using the gator to transport dirt gets a little awkward. Alright, this may now be one of the sketchiest things I've ever done. So as we move further away from Berm Peak's access roads, we'll need to focus on features we can build with what's already out here. So I have to keep piling up dirt here to try and move the water all the way to this corner over here so that this doesn't become a swimming pool. This berm will take a few days to harden, and in the meantime, we can get the trail ready for the new Teeter Totter. I've never built one, and here there are many challenges, including an off-camber tread and a tight corridor. Plus, I want to do something a little different. On a Teeter Totter, you have the support, and then I guess we'll call it the teeter, which has some sort of an axis in the middle. For the teeter part, I want to go with a concave shape to hopefully make it flow better, but this will make things a bit more complicated. To accomplish this, I'm using 16-foot 2x12s for the sides. To get that smooth curve, I'm using one of the planks as a template, bending it between some blocks, and then tracing it. This will achieve that concave shape and give the sides a sort of canoeish pirate ship profile. In fact, I might just refer to this thing as the pirate ship, because it sounds way cooler than Teeter Totter. The center of the teeter will be prone to the most abuse, since it's the thinnest and will have an axle running through it. So I'm doubling up on the sides and using construction lags to hold it all together. The rest I'm just bracing with blocks, to keep it all as sturdy and lightweight as possible. So if I was better at geometry, I could probably figure out this next part on paper, but what I have to do is figure out how to make the ends kind of sit flush with the ground. But for now, I want to take out a nice big chunk right over here so that we have something to work with. This looks more like something you can roll up onto with a bike without a problem. To make this thing teeter, I'm drilling holes in the end of a steel rod, so we can put washers on it and keep it located with cotter pins. And with that, we can start figuring out how to put this pirate ship together. goal is to get both these posts exactly the right distance from each other, but I have to bury them both in the ground, pack them, add support. So what I've gone and done to make it easier is I cut this piece of wood the exact distance apart that I want these two posts. So I'm gonna use these pocket holes to screw them together, pack them into the ground, and then when I take this out, they should be exactly where we want them. After some bracing and preparation, we're ready to make this ship set sail, aka mount the teeter. This thing's not light. Okay, I need help. Uh-oh. Okay. I had no choice but to try and beast mode the teeter onto the mount, because otherwise I'd need to spend 30 seconds installing temporary blocks. This is way easier. Still not easy. Yep. Yeah! With the teeter mounted, we can now work on the dirt. So what we have to do here is get the Teeter Totter to sit flat by working the dirt underneath it, because if it doesn't sit flat, it's gonna flex. And if it continues to flex, it's gonna put unnecessary wear on the Teeter Totter, and it's gonna feel kind of weird when we're riding off of it. So we gotta work the dirt until it's flat and both sides hit at exactly the same time. So now it's sitting flat on both sides. It's gonna be able to tip back and forth. Next thing we're gonna do is put the planks on and actually make it rideable. All the planks are done. Now we have to weight it so that after you're done going down it, it returns to the original position. Now, I could have put the axis off center or something like that, but I wanted to have more control over how fast it returned and how much weight was on the other side. All right, there's only one way to test this out, and that's from the top. So, here goes. Whoa, it's slow! Oh, almost got messed up on that. Woo-hoo-hoo. The pirate ship teeter is pretty scary. I didn't consider how steep it would be with the axis so high off the ground. But hey, this is Berm Peak.
Why are they taking these off of playgrounds? This is awesome!
As killjoy fun vultures continue their assault on what's left of America's playgrounds, some of us will seek out playgrounds of a totally different kind, where you can still go fast, feel weightless, and experience exhilaration instead of boredom. If you enjoy these builds, please consider subscribing. We do lots of stuff like this. I hope you had as much fun as I did building this teeter totter. Thanks for riding with me today. I'll see you next time.